Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Modi here coming to you. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Again, this is DJ Modi here coming to you live streaming here as the Super Bowl has just ended. Super Bowl 59 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. That's right, the Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs as they defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 in a lopsided game. It was crazy. Nothing like what I expected. Nothing that I expected. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes came out really flat. The team was really flat, and it was just not a game. It was actually one of the worst Super Bowls that I've got to ever experience. So again, I wanted to come on here live and kind of talk a little bit and share a little bit of the post game. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that, and I'm gonna try to get in here and we'll check it out here. Let's see. I think there we go right there. We're in there.
At the moment, waiting for players to come off the field as they continue to celebrate. There we go.
Listen to celebration is going down.
Unbelievable atmosphere here as the Eagles walking off the field to the locker room as they continue to celebrate their victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. My goodness, this defense, they continue to sing the fight song. This defense not only won this game for this team, they dominated the Kansas City Chiefs. And more importantly, what a storybook end of the season for Brandon Graham. He hurt himself back in November, was supposedly out for the season, but he made a miraculous comeback, suited up in this game, and my goodness, let's take a listen to Brandon Graham.
Made a couple plays. So happy just for these guys. I couldn't be more proud of this defense. They stepped up in a big way. We was number one this year for a reason. It was all the little details. I'm really proud of these guys. 2 Super Bowls, 2 of them, man. I couldn't ask for nothing better, man. I got hurt the last time. Last time it was Red, the Chiefs. And I knew we owed them. And I'm just happy we showed up in a big way today. We showed up in a big way. And, I'm just proud of these guys because everybody believed in what Coach Sirianni was talking about. And everybody was hard on Jalen, LIX, all that stuff this year. We kept it quiet, kept working. It's really showed up.
And guys, this was just an unbelievable evening. Nick Sirianni, as we were in the Brandon Graham bite, he just walked past, and what a turnaround this team had. 2-2 heading into the bye week. Nick Sirianni catching a lot of criticism. People wanted that man fired, and here he is leading this Eagles team to a Super Bowl victory. Now, I talked to Fred Johnson a little bit, and he just waxed poetic, basically, about what this meant to him and about this offensive line and this team as a whole. Take a listen to Fred.
Man, listen, this is a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. These boys came out here. We all came out here ready to go. Nothing was given. It was all earned from the start of the season to the last play. We all earned this. The boys work hard. This coaching staff work hard. Everybody in that building, from custodians to Mills to everybody, man. We all deserve this. Philly deserved this. Go Birds, man.
Looking back at the bye week, you guys were 2-2, and we constantly hear that you guys did a lot of self-reflection. Now, looking back at that moment to right now, my goodness, what changed? What clicked?
We knew who we was. We knew who we was coming out of the bar. And that, we might have faltered, we might have stumbled a little bit, but we never forgot the vision. And I mean, look at the proof is in the pudding today. We came out here with a team who's very good, very prepared, best of the best. And their record shows it. And we wanted it more. So, hey, that's what these boys came out here and did. We all came out here and did. I love every last one of them. And man, look, it's time to have a little celebration.
Absolutely. There's a lot of criticism around Nick Sirianni, around Jalen Hurts, and around the way that you guys were winning. Is this the best kind of I told you so after all of this?
What they gonna say now?
Good point.
All righty, guys. The party is continuing here. Yeah, what are they going to say now? Nothing. That's the point. Everybody still is here. That's high energy here in the Superdome. And we all know, we watched that game. 40-22 is your final here from Caesars Superdome. But was not remotely close until the very end here. This Eagles team dominating on all phases of the football.
That's pretty cool, y'all. Right there, you can see that Philadelphia Eagles are happy to get some sweet revenge on the Kansas City Chiefs, who just a couple of Super Bowls ago, they were on the losing end of the stick, the short end of the stick, that is, with the Philadelphia Eagles to the Kansas City Chiefs. And here it is. Kansas City Chiefs have been back to the Super Bowl one time last year, and then they were going for the three-peat here this year in Super Bowl 59. So that was a great victory, a great comeback. I know it feels good for Philly to kind of go ahead and get their revenge, get their redemption. And so, I'm not really a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but, I do like to see a great comeback story. Hate to see Patrick Mahomes go down like that. Was hoping he'd get that three-peat under his belt, but I know he'll be back. I know the team will be back. And anyways, let's get back to some more coverage here on the post-game interviews of Super Bowl 59.
Their second Super Bowl victory.
Breland, real quick, I wanted to ask you a quick question. Jason was talking about how stunned the Chiefs looked coming off the field at halftime. Did you see that same look on their? How crazy was that? How confused did they look all night because of how dominating this defense was?
Yeah, they looked very confused.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily, I couldn't see their faces because I was in the press box and they were a little bit far away from the press box, but you could tell that they really just had no answer. And I think a team, and a lot of the guys that I spoke to on this Eagles team talked about the adversity that they went through and the keeping the main thing, that 2023 collapse, I truly do believe fed into this drive. And let's be honest, when your team that doesn't really face adversity, you really don't know what to do when it happens to you. And I think that's what happened this evening to Kansas City.
All right, Breland, we're going to go to Jalen Hurts right now. He's talking right now.
Yeah. Just only thing I can think about is all the effort, all the work that was put in over the course of time. And I think we had a focus group out there. Offense was able to score points, to take advantage of opportunities, just enough to put points on the board. And then defense played their ass off. They played how they played all year, and I truly believe offense wins games, but defense wins championships. And how that defense has been able to play, it's a great testament to them.
Yeah, that defense was a beast.
Jalen, how did it feel when the confetti fell to win your second Super Bowl?
Should be second.
That was his first. That's not his second.
Still processing it.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
It's been a long journey.
It's
a journey of ups and downs and highs and lows, and I've always stayed true to it in the end. And having this vision of just being the best that I can be, and that evolving over time into this desire and this flame inside to win. And you don't do great things without the guys around you. So the effort, the work, always leaning on that, trusting in that, and trusting the process and staying the course and sticking to the script.
Hey, Jalen. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You became only the fourth quarterback in NFL history to lose their first Super Bowl and then go on to win one. There's been at least 30 guys in their career who haven't managed to do that. I think that speaks to your mental toughness. And obviously, even in the first Super Bowl, you still played great. What does that just mean to you to hear that out loud and obviously to silence some doubters, because there have been some throughout the season?
Everything comes with it, and I've always found a thrill in any doubt and any questioning and any opinions. It's always been something that I've embraced, and I don't want it to change now. It's because of the results. So just running your race and playing with purpose. This is what I'm called to do in this season of my life, and I'm gonna give it all I have and try my best to leave no stone unturned.
Jalen, was that part of the game plan from the beginning that you could throw against the Kansas City Chiefs and go along with your receivers?
It was just something that kind of came. It was something that kind of came. I just think it's something that kind of came. We just was able to execute. able to execute. And I think the main thing I'll point to is you being able to find ways to win in multiple ways. You know, we've been able to be dominant on the ground, or we've been able to be efficient in the pass game and do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. You know, and I think over the course of our year, you guys have heard me say it, just because we don't doesn't mean we can't. And when you hear a statement like that, I think it always comes down to what is your mission and why are you doing this? I'm doing it to win. You know, I do it to win. This team approaches it just to do the same thing, and that's what it's about. You know, I'm not going to look back at anything and remember anything that someone said about me or an opinion that was had. I'm going to think about the championships that we won.
Jalen, was there a moment in that game when it kind of becomes like, I'm over here. Let's make a statement here. Like, we're doing this to one of the best teams, best franchises in recent memory?
No.
So modest.
It's about us. It's about us and how we approach things, and it's never getting too high, never getting too low, and just processing it. You know, you got to be able to use these experiences that you've had in the past because they're all formative for the future. And I think we've been able to do that. I think we've been able to do that. So I give a lot of credit too, man. I think just from a chemistry standpoint, that all those Georgia guys and all the familiarity we have on our team, how their defense plays, they've had that continuity for a very long time. And so I think they've been able to carry that on from Georgia to Philly.
Man, I don't know. Just is it just me, or is Jalen Hurts just the most relaxed brother you ever seen? Like, I mean, he's just so calm. He's just so chill with it. Like you say, he don't get too high. He don't get too low. He don't get excited, man. You just won Super Bowl 59. You just redeemed yourself from 2 years ago. And I just don't see the excitement there. Maybe it's just me, but again, that's, you know, I guess maybe that's his demeanor. I guess I can kind of relate as well. You know, I don't get too high. I try not to get too high, try not to get too low or what have you. But yeah, you would think winning a Super Bowl, man, it would just be like a great feeling, and man, you'd be turning up. But I just don't see that in Jalen Hurts or any of the Philadelphia Eagles as far as the team goes. Like, where's the excitement? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm used to seeing Kansas City win the last couple of years, and Travis Kelce going crazy, talking about you got to fight for your right to party and all. You know how he gets turned up, you know, when they win the Super Bowl. So I guess it's just a whole different vibe, a whole different atmosphere here with the Philadelphia Eagles. But it is what it is. Hey, they Super Bowl champs, can't take that away from them. What you say? So let's get back to it.
And honestly, the same thing on offense, being able to build off of prior relationships and be all in on this one thing, you know. And I know Saquon's new to the bunch, but we've all watched him play throughout his college career. We've always known the type of player he is, the best back of our time. And let's put it all together.
Hey, Jalen, David Andrade with you.
Yeah, I will say, I got to say that, man, that defense did one heck of a job again on Patrick Mahomes and that offense. I mean, they shut them down. You know, they really didn't score until the second half, the end of almost the third quarter. That defense was outstanding. But if I'm going to be happy for anybody, again, I'm not a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I cannot really get with the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the reasons why is because they always have my Minnesota Vikings number. I know it's not about the Vikings today. I know it's not about Kansas City Chiefs right now. It's about the Philadelphia two reasons why I don't like Philadelphia Eagles. But if there's one guy on the Philadelphia Eagles that I'm really happy for, is that guy right there, Saquon Barkley, the running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. That was a great offseason pickup for the Philadelphia Eagles. He, as he said, 7 years in the NFL. 6 of them with the New York Giants, where he was just running behind a bad line in New York. They ran him down. He stayed injured because of that weak offensive line that they had there in New York. And so, one of the best running backs in the league for over, the last seven years. And so it's finally nice to see him get put in the right situation with the right team. And he had one heck of a season, one of the best seasons of a running back in the history of the NFL. So, if there's anybody that I'm happy for on that Philadelphia Eagles team, it is Saquon Barkley. He is so deserving of this Super Bowl Lombardi championship that they got. So, yeah, big ups to you, Saquon. Let's get back to some more coverage.
Yeah. I just want to say real quick, Sheba, the best thing Saquon said.
So I don't know if that reporter was about to say it, but I was going to say it anyways. I'm glad that Saquon Barkley acknowledged that the job Spagnuolo did on the Kansas City Chiefs side as far as keeping that run game, him and that run game in check, because for Kansas City to have any chance at winning the Super Bowl, they needed to stop Saquon. And fortunately, they were able to do that. However, this is where Jalen Hurts came in. He made all the necessary throws. He did the tush push to get into the end zone to break the ice on the scoring. He made perfect timing passes. I think there was only one pass where he was hurried, and that's when he threw the lone interception in the game. But other than that, again, the Kansas City Chiefs did a great job of holding Saquon Barkley in check and made Jalen Hurts, have to beat them. And Jalen Hurts did do that. He did his thing. He did what he was supposed to do. So great acknowledgement by Saquon Barkley, a true professional, giving the Kansas City Chiefs their props. I know he said something about he tried to down him, Kansas City, for just a second there, and then he caught himself because, hey, you might see this team again in the Super Bowl next year. So you got to be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. So, that was nice of him to take back his words a little bit. And yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point too. That's a good point too about them starting their dynasty. Let me stop this right here. They made a good point about them, Saquon Barkley starting their dynasty now. Philadelphia Eagles have been there for the last, what, 4 or 5 years as far as a top team in the NFC. Pretty much ever since Jalen Hurts been there, and he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years now. So I think they won 3 out of the last 4 NFC East division titles. So they are the team to beat now. They are on top of the mountain. So everybody's going to be gunning for them next year. They have a tough division. They're in a tough division because you see Jaden McDaniels down up there in Washington Commanders. They're coming. They are coming. And then we got to see what Dallas Cowboys. I was going to say Dallas Cowboys, America's team, but their recent hire with the Schottenheimer coach hire, that seems a little sketchy, and who knows what's going to go on with the Dallas Cowboys in the off seasons. I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing, nor do a lot of other people. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, hey, this is a post-game coverage of the Super Bowl 59 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs that went down in New Orleans at the Caesars Dome. The Philadelphia Eagles, they come out victorious. They win in a lopsided victory over the defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, 40-22. The score was much worse than what it appears, man. Those are really 20 points or what have you that Kansas City pretty much got in garbage time. So Philadelphia controlled the football game from start to finish. And I know I'm from Louisiana, and I know that Canal and Bourbon Street are going wild right now with a bunch of Philadelphia Eagles fans going crazy down there in New Orleans, and even Kansas City. I know Kansas City, they don't have much to celebrate tonight, but they're going to go and they're going to enjoy some Bourbon Street, Canal Street as well, and get a little tipsy, get a little drink in them and everything, kind of drink the blues away, so to speak. So my thing is, with that being said, everybody be careful down there. Be careful down there in New Orleans because it gets crazy. It gets wild. I'm pretty sure the events that took place on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, they have security ramped up, beefed up down there, especially with all the special dignitaries and all the celebrities, the teams down there. I know they're going to be on high alert down there in New Orleans, but you never know what's going to happen. So everybody that's down there partying and enjoying yourself, enjoying the time down there in beautiful New Orleans, be safe. Be safe down there. Safety first, y'all. Be vigilant. Do your thing, have a good time, but be alert and be aware at all times because it's a lot of foolishness that happens down there. So don't want to dampen your parade or your party, but I just want everybody to be careful. We don't want any mishaps or any tragedies happening again down there in the New Orleans. Yep. So if you're just tuning in again, this is DJ Mo D, What You Say Radio, here at the post game show for Super Bowl 59, where the Philadelphia Eagles have defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna see if I can find some Patrick Mahomes interview before I get off here, because I know he's taking this one on the chin. I know he's taking this pretty hard, especially by his play through 2 interceptions. He got sacked 6 or 7 times, and I think they came close to a record number of sacks in the Super Bowl. So I know he's really going to take this Super Bowl to heart. Probably one of his worst Super Bowl losses. This is his second Super Bowl loss. He lost to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a few years ago, and he loses this one again against the Philadelphia Eagles. I had the opinion that if he would have won this three-peat, it would at least start, putting him in that GOAT conversation with Tom Brady, even though this would have been his 4th Super Bowl. Yeah, this would have been his 4th Super Bowl. So he would still been three Super Bowls away from Brady. But, if he would have got this one today, it would have been a three-peat, which is something Tom Brady never done his entire career. And it would have put him at 4 Super Bowls at the young age of 30. So he would have still had time to, chase those 3. So he would have been in great standing as far as, trying to reach those 7 Super Bowls. Excuse me. Now, I know his goal is to, or I'm pretty sure, I don't know, because I don't know Patrick Mahomes like that. But knowing how competitive he is and the type of player he is, I am sure that he wants to catch those 7 Super Bowl rings that Tom Brady has. And I'm pretty sure he probably wants to get 8. That's just my opinion. Just watching the guy, I think he's built on the right stuff. And so, it's going to be, here it is. He has 3 now. He'll be 30, I think it is. And so, he still has time. He just hasn't had that drought yet. And what I mean by that, man, Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. But there was time where he won like 2 or 3, and then he went on, like, the New England Patriots went on like a 10-year drought before they ever made it back to the Super Bowl. And then when they did make it back to the Super Bowl, then they went back on another long streak in which he got the other 4 Super Bowls. So, and I'm talking about New England Patriots before he got his last one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he went through a 10-year drought of going back to the Super Bowl before he got back to the Super Bowl. So that's going to be the question. That's the question for me in my mind is Patrick Mahomes going to go through that drought, a 5-year or 7-year or 10-year drought as Tom Brady went through before he picks back up at winning Super Bowls? I hope he doesn't. I know a lot of people are hoping that, because just like Tom Brady, everybody got tired of seeing Tom Brady win. I think that's where we are with Patrick Mahomes at this point in his career, where everybody's tired of seeing him win or seeing the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And so they got that Kansas City Chief Patrick Mahomes fatigue, and they want to see new things. And so I get it. I understand that. Me, I'm the type of person I like to see greatness, and I like to see greatness continue over a long period of time or for as long as it can, unless it's a team I hate. Like, I don't want to see the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't want to see the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl for the next 2-3 years. That'd drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy. But hopefully the Kansas City Chiefs can retool. They got some problems on that defense they need to fix. And on the offense, they got to tweak the offense just a little bit. So we'll see how they recover in the offseason. So I'm gonna leave it at this right here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate it, y'all checking out the What Say Radio Super Bowl post game show. Again, big congratulations goes out to the Philadelphia Eagles on winning Super Bowl 59. It is the second Super Bowl in franchise history. So you got to give them a big ups. You got to give them big kudos. And I guess fly, Eagles, fly. Fly high and enjoy your parade that's coming up in Philly. I know y'all going to be going crazy. And again, I know New Orleans is going to be crazy tonight. So everybody be safe out there. Appreciate y'all tuning in. DJ Mo D, What You Say Radio. Like, subscribe, share this video, share the page, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. What you say?